What's up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of the Marino Challenge Series, and today we're at the end of Season 3. I had to work that one out then. And our first season in Serie A. And as I left you, we were doing alright. We were, I believe, mid-table. And then I opened my big mouth. And suggested that we could, the final game of the season against Sassuolo, whatever they're called, could be a win to survive sort of game. Well, it wasn't, but as you'll see in the fixtures, I wish I really didn't open my big mouth, because last game would have been the Cagliari game. Yeah, Cagliari game. We only won 3 more games. Like I said, we could potentially not win up till like the Catania game or Atalanta. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, it was just the Catania game we won. We were absolutely diabolical. If you see from that Juventus game downwards, just 3 wins. 3 wins in from January, back end of January down. Yeah. We were truly appalling, guys. Truly appalling. And there was nothing I could do. Nothing worked. Absolutely nothing. Most of the defeats, well, say here, for example, I think it was against Atalanta, I changed the tactic because we'd just been hammered, because I've been using counter-attack as I was beforehand, and it wasn't working. So I thought I'd go, change things up a little bit. Yeah, it just got worse. We lost 3-1. So I changed back for the Catania game, and we won 3-0. So I thought, thinking at that point, this is good. No, then we went to lose the next 3 games. Stuck with the same tactic, beat Verona, and then things started to become a little bit more secure in the final stretch, as it always seems to be with us. We always seem to do okay. I mean, this wasn't as impressive as we have in the past, been in the final stretch of the season, but still, really, I mean, the Inter game, this draw here, this secured us our survival, and on the face of it, our position, fantastic. 13th place, really good, expected to get relegated by a mile, finished 5 points clear of the relegation. I can't remember how many points I said we needed. I think it was around the 45 mark, between 40 and 45 points. We got 45 points exactly. I said we needed 10 wins, I do believe. We got 11. So, absolutely exactly where I'd hoped to be. I expected to get relegated. Really interesting, Ascoli finished bottom and Atalanta got relegated. Now, it's actually, because our final 2 games of the season, particularly the final game of the season, was completely irrelevant, I was actually more interested in what was happening in the rest of the league. So I had the league table and latest scores all up, because Palermo were playing against Roma, I do believe, and Atalanta were playing against Verona. And Palermo lost, and Atalanta hammered Verona. So I was thinking, because I think it was head-to-head, and they are actually level on head-to-head. It was 2-0 apiece. They both won, so it was 2-2 effectively. And then it just went down to goal difference. I didn't know what the goal difference was, but I was getting quite excited about, because I thought Atalanta were dead and buried, because they were quite far behind Palermo. And then they seemed to have come back, but it was a -9 goal difference, was never going to change really, so they were relegated before the game, effectively. But still, it was quite fascinating to see how it all panned out. And we actually started the day in 16th place, so we moved up 3 places, which was quite nice, because we did obviously beat Sassuolo, which was nice. And then Juventus won the league, Napoli, Inter and Roma making up the top 4. Well, Fiorentina and AC Milan finishing the top 6. But the difference between the points is frightening, really, what we've got to make up. Because if you look, say the difference between 6th and, where's that? 6th and 9th is what? 8 points? 9 points? 9 points. 9 points in just a few places. It's quite bad. I don't know how we're gonna make that up. It was actually a lot more. It was something like between 6th and 7th was like 10 points or something ridiculous at one point. So, we've got to make up 45 points. Okay, let's not think about Europe. We're not going to get that. But just to finish a little bit higher, 45 points. I mean, we could do it. 5 points are up to, 9th. It's going to be difficult. Really is going to be difficult, because next season has to be all about survival again, because I'm expecting absolutely no money to spend at all in this window. At all. I'm expecting, again, an absolutely appalling transfer budget and wage budget. So we're going to be, yet again, financially the worst team. Let's expect that. Hope for the best, but expect the worst, I guess. Bano's obviously leaving us. Benedetti really stepped up, actually. But before I go into who did well, who didn't do well, what happened to the rest of Europe, what happened with San Marino national team, I'll show you the cup. Juventus did win that in extra time, 5-2, beating Napoli, which is a nice change because obviously it's been Inter, Napoli, now finally Juventus in extra time. So 5-2, they must have gone beast mode in extra time. With regards to the national team, actually, quickly, we just played the 2 games in India and against Cyprus. We lost both of them. The India one was obviously the most disappointing, getting beaten 3-0, which was really annoying because obviously India's primary sport is cricket. And so to lose to them 3-0 was a bit frustrating, but it was away from home, so yeah, it was still annoying. And then Cyprus, obviously, we beat them before, but 4-1, I expect to lose to Cyprus, really. But it does mean we are rock bottom. Obviously, we already were rock bottom, but we're still bottom of our qualification group. With regards to who did well in our squad, guys, as you can see, let's just go back to these fixtures. God, look at the goals. Look, see there, really? 1 goal, no goal, no goal. 3 goals, amazingly. No goal, no goal, no goals, no goals. 1 goal, 1 goal. You can tell goals was a big issue for us this season. Massive issue. Goals for, can we see, where's that? 36 goals, only beaten effectively by Sassuolo, who got 30 goals. That was it. I mean, keeping clean sheets wasn't too bad. 41 goals against, not too bad. I'm really, that's very respectable compared to the rest of the league. 36 goals, and it's all I've put all the blame at 2 guys. This guy, 12 goals on the face of it, pretty decent in Serie A, pretty decent. But 12 goals, and then you look at Risky, 2 goals. He scored two goals. He didn't score on both of them. I think both of them were, he'd scored both of them when I was last with you. 2 goals. And, you know, that puts all the pressure on the other guy. And he only managed, what was it, 12? He only managed 12 goals. No goals were coming at all. Did this guy even score? He didn't even score off the bench. Goals was such a big issue. And then the rest of the squad weren't really scoring. Acosta came up with 3 crucial goals. A really good goal, actually, against Sassuolo. Was it that game? He scored the great goal as counter attack. No, it was against Ascoli. He broke away and from a set piece and countered and scored a really good goal, actually. Took on like 3 defenders. Bessa's been a beast. This guy's been amazing for us. Probably a big issue, which is why, big reason why we had a real bad run of form, is because Boy was injured. He was injured for majority of that time, actually. So, but when he did play, he was incredible for us. He's developed. I think when we signed him back last season, his attributes weren't impressive, really, or as impressive as they are now. I think he has developed a lot. I'm going to actually check out one of my previous episodes of when we signed him, because I don't remember his attributes being that good. I think he's developed quite nicely. Physically, he needs to improve a little bit with his speed, but for a midfielder, he really is amazing for us. Jun Min, whenever he's played, he's done okay. Still crucial for commercial reasons, but physically still beastly, so he'll stay with us. Obviously, Golareas and Badri are going to be moving on, I would imagine, because they're both complaining all the time because I can't get them in the team. It doesn't fit my tactic. Gabriel's been amazing for us whenever he's played. Just really good player again. Schwabe, he's been a real unsung hero, really, to be honest. Signed him last season, didn't we? Yeah, he's been really good for us since we've had him. He's played alright, actually. 26 games. His attributes aren't very good. Tackling, really, that's all he's got. But still, he's done a really good job in the anchorman role for us. Good to see. Rullo, another unsung hero for us. 31-year-old now, but done really well. Bano, the guy's a tank. The guy's an absolute god. He's leaving us, yeah, but baffles me. And then Tedeschi, this guy's a beast. He's done really well. Volta's actually done well whenever he's played. Unfortunately, he's only on loan from Sampdoria, so whether or not we're able to get him back, I don't know. Benedetti, as I said, he's been good since he's come in, improving, which is good to see. He'll be with us for quite a while. Dumas, another really good young player from Juventus. He's been good whenever he's played. Goalkeeper, not him, sorry, wrong one. Zari. He's okay. He's okay. I mean, ideally, I'd love just say we're not going to get it at all. I mean, it's out of the question, but just say we had £10 million to spend and however much on wage budget. I'd love to be able to bring in a striker, primary a striker, then striker, goalkeeper, and possibly a centre back is what I'd love to sign, really, to be honest, because that's where, I mean, centre backs because we need to replace Banu. Whether or not Benedetti and Tedeschi can do it on their own, because we're obviously going to be losing Volta and we're going to be losing Banu now, so we're going to need to replace 2 centre backs, which is going to be difficult because I've used all the centre backs since we've had Benedetti. I've just kept them all going, which has been good. But striking is such a big issue for us, so we're going to have to address that pretty quickly in the market with whatever budget we get, because Risky's going. I'm fed up with him. He's going. We'll try and sell him for whatever we can. Whatever we do sell him for will be a profit, because obviously we did sign him on a free transfer. So, yeah, very, very disappointed with him. With regards to the rest of Europe, PSG wins Ligue 1 by miles, dominated it. England, Man United looked like that. Yep, Man United got the title by 5 points, same as real life, but I can't remember how many points off the top of my head how many they won it by, but still, Man City, Man United, Man City. Liverpool finished in 8th. I think they won the Europa League. I think that's why they're in Europe. Yeah, they beat Leverkusen on penalties. Stoke, Leeds and Blackpool getting relegated. Villa getting 7th. Wow, interesting. Bundesliga was really interesting. This is really tense. I would not like to be one of these 3 managers. It was Bayern Munich got the title on goal difference, +5, better 5+5 goal difference on Leverkusen. Same points though. Schalke 65 points. Dortmund on 62 points, Stuttgart 62 points, and there's a big gap, 11 points. But still, look how tight that is. Would not want to be a manager there. In Spain, Barcelona ran away with it. Real Madrid must be seriously concerned. 82 points, and they finished on 69, behind Atletico Madrid. I don't know what would hurt more, whether the fact that Barcelona was so far ahead of them and won La Liga, or that Atletico Madrid finished above them. I mean, did they win? Were they Champions League winners? No, they went out to Bayern Munich. Who won the Champions League? Don't tell me it was Bayern Munich. Oh, it was Bayern Munich. No, it's not been played yet. Bayern Munich. Haven't they won it the past couple of years? Past winners. They've won it. They're going for a third Champions League. Wow. Could that be a sign of things to come in real life, guys? Obviously, when would this go up? Probably after the day of the Champions League. I mean, I'm talking about the Champions League in real life when Bayern played Dortmund. I'm not sure when this is going to go up. But, hypothetically, could this be a sign of things to come? Because the German teams are pretty beastly. So, 3 Champions League potentially, only United can stop them. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. But Juventus must be concerned. I mean, they won Serie A, but their Champions League group, to finish bottom is very disappointing for them. Do we have any Italian teams? We had Milan, Napoli, both of which got knocked out. So no team got beyond the first knockout round from Italy in Europe. Again, is that a sign of things to come? Because obviously the Italian game, I read some really good articles actually on goal.com about that, about how Italian football is really struggling, and it's only Juventus that are any good. According to them, Roma beat Anzi, so they got through. Fiorentina they won, so Europa League they're doing okay. Anybody else? Unless I've missed somebody, I can't see anybody in second knockout. What happened there? They both got through that. Quarterfinals. Fiorentina got through that. Roma got through that. Semis. They both went out in they both went out in the semis. That's a good one in the Europa League, the second tier competition. But that's good. But it's not very good for our coefficients. So we're not got any hope really of getting the fourth Champions League spot back for a while, particularly with the Germans doing so well. Right, I've really gone on way too much. Is there any awards? I mean, they're all in Italian, but so I don't know what any of them really mean. I assume that's team of the month. I really wish this one in Italian, and I could tell you what's. You know what? Who finished top goal scorer? Then I can find that out myself. Or I could learn to speak Italian, which I might do actually, because that'd be really cool. Cavani finished top goal scorer. Gilardino finished second. Loriente, Balotelli. Who's this guy? Pozzi. Huh. Anything else? Our guy finished 12 goals, managed to get the 10th spot. Really? Wow. That seems really low. Gabbiadini, he got relegated obviously with Atalanta, but they've slapped a big 10 million plus on his head. So we're not going to have any chance of signing him. I've been scouting him, but it's not going to happen. But that will do it for me. I'll come back for the start of Financially Insecure. That's not good. Hopefully, I think we get some television money coming through soon, because I think you get it in a big wad at the end of the season. So hopefully that'll come through and sort us out financially. But that'll do it from me. I'll come back for the end of the season. Second season in Serie A. So until then, guys,